So the other bill that we'll be working on this session is also a marijuana-related issue, and that is to eliminate criminal penalties for possession with intent to distribute and possessing over the civil use amount, which is 2.5 ounces. Under the current law, possession with intent to distribute and possession of more than a civil use amount, which is 2.5 ounces, can still result in a misdemeanor conviction. Such convictions carry a penalty of for possession is 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine, and intent to distribute is punishable by 3 years imprisonment and a $5,000 fine. And as Michelle mentioned, without eliminating these penalties, Black people will be vulnerable to existing arrest patterns where they will continue to be disproportionately targeted by police and saddle criminal penalties despite marijuana legalization. Last year, sentencing trends in Maryland circuit courts for marijuana offenses over the last decade was released, and it revealed that nearly 50% of people charged with felony or misdemeanor offenses, that charge was their first entanglement with the criminal legal system, meaning that they didn't have any prior records. And the overwhelming majority of these folks were Black. Additionally, we've seen through every step of both decriminalization in Maryland and legalization nationwide that racial disparities in arrests and enforcement will persist through every outlet possible. Thus, without eliminating these penalties, we will only have partial legalization and have made no progress in accomplishing the goal of racial justice and stopping these racist enforcement of our marijuana laws, which is why the members of the MDGA said that they were prioritizing legalizing Maryland to begin with. So in 2023, the ACLU, Leaders of Beautiful Struggle, Office of the Public Defender, and our allies will work on a bill to pass a bill that eliminates these penalties and designates possession of more than the civil use amount and possession with intent to distribute subject to citations and civil fines rather than a criminal conviction. And this bill will be sponsored by Senator Jill Carter in the Senate and Delegate Deborah Davis in the House. And for the odor searches bill that Michelle talked about, that bill will be sponsored both by Senator Carter and Delegate Deborah Davis, Charlotte Crutchfield in the House.